Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. This is our fifth and last video in the channel. It's gonna be about Libya part 2, where we're gonna talk about traditions, teenagers' life, and food in Libya. So starting off with family, cultures, and traditions, these three things are really connected in Libya, and that's why I'm gonna be talking about them together. So starting off, we know that families in Libya make a tribe. So like this, families are make a tribe, and each family is connected to another family where they see each other at least once a week, usually on Fridays. And when families, like a group of families that are connected and they have like the same grandparents or something, they are called a tribe. This is a tribe where a group of families that are connected, who live in the same city, they know each other very well. Though this is a tribe. And we see another tribe that has a family. I mean, like, we don't know how many families are in this tribe, but it has a family. And this family is there's also another tribe with a family, and then we take a closer look. Each family is connected to another family, which makes each tribe connected to another tribe, and which makes families within a single tribe that are connected, also connected to families from another tribe, and that makes the society so makes the society, like, it makes families really connected in the society, which makes everyone pretty much knows the other in the society by knowing his family name or his tribe name. And this is something you can find in many Arab societies where families are really connected. Moving on to like the geographical map and migrations, as you can see, Libya has like many immigrants who came from the south, such as the Tabu, and we have the people who came from Algeria, the say people who came from Italy and settled in the capital Tripoli during the Italian occupation, and mostly people who came from Egypt and also Turkey. That's something like that was like people who came from Turkey during the Ottoman Empire, and many settled north, and that makes the society like the Libyan culture is like a mix of all these cultures in like to a single culture, like traditions. I mean, like it differs from east to west, but more like everything in Libya is like well known. Like cultures are the same, except for some parts. Let's say some are about food and some are about clothes, but mostly Libya has the same traditions, unlike America. So moving on to, oh, I'm so sorry, we're not gonna move on. We still have one slide. So the main language in Libya is Arabic, and it's a large component of of traditions and cultures in Libya. Arabic is written from right to left, unlike English that's written from left to right. We also have Islam as our main religion, and over 99% of Libyans are Muslims. Mosques are pretty much everywhere, and people know their religion well. I'm not gonna say they're too religious, but they know their their religion well, and families that are connected helps with this very well. We also, as we can see here, Arabs make the most of Libyan families, most of which migrated to the country after Libya was an Islamic state, and then Berbers who are the ones who live in the mountains in the west, in Mountain Nafusa, and then we have the Tuareg and the Tabu. The Tuareg come from south of Algeria, and the Tabu come from Niger and Chad. And those two groups are, I mean, like, not many of them live in the south, most of which are like our families that migrated from Niger, Chad, or Algeria. And there are and these are two main tribes, which are the Tuareg and the Tabu. And then moving on to teenagers' life in Libya are pretty much the same as an American teenager, except we don't have we don't have a lot of after-school activities, which makes most students go to work after school, and they socialize. Like I said, families are really connected, and people are really connected. So people talk a lot, and they have a lot of places to go to just chat and talk about life. Then we have after this, kids go to their home, they do their homework, I hope, and then we have them play Fortnite, play PUBG on phone. There are like a lot of games to play, but Fortnite and PUBG are like the most famous ones for those people who can't afford to buy expensive console to play Fortnite. Most of whom just play PUBG on their phones, and that's PUBG is like a really big game in Libya right now. So food. So food is one of the biggest things in cultures and traditions in Libya. As you can see, breakfast. Libyan breakfast isn't the same as the American breakfast. Libyan breakfast is something that people wake up very early in the morning and they make their breakfast and then they eat together. Some people just eat cereal, but most families eat traditional dishes such as asida. Asida is just dough. It's just like dough, like cooked, and we put some butter around it, like melted butter, and you can eat it with either honey or date syrup, and it's really good. And we usually eat asida on Fridays before Friday prayer. We also have the Libyan table, which contains tuna, cheese, like many types of cheese, eggs, scrambled eggs or boiled eggs, and tea, bread, and milk, and a lot of stuff. People eat a very good breakfast in the morning because breakfast is very important in Libya. It's considered as the most important meal of the day. People usually drink tea, black tea, and milk for the morning, and it's pretty much drunk everywhere in Libya. So moving on to lunch. It's usually around 2 p.m. unlike the US where people eat their lunch at 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. So we have like makarona and bakbaka, which is a dish that's eaten by many Libyans on regular basis almost every day, except for families who eat different stuff, but it's almost the easiest thing to do in Libya and the most well-known thing. Even kids know how to make makarona and bakbaka, and it's just macaroni with tomato sauce and meat, lamb, and it's like the most popular easy dish to make in Libya. We also have bazin. Bazin is usually eaten on Fridays. As I said, Friday is an important day in Libya because it has something to do with the religion. And bazin is dough with boiled eggs, potatoes, meat, and tomato sauce around it. And people eat that, as I said, almost every Friday. Moving on to dinner. Dinner in Libya is around 8 p.m. usually, or sometimes 3 hours before sleeping, and it's like the lightest thing people have. Many people have Egyptian beans or green beans, I guess. And the way how we eat this is that you take a piece of bread and you put it in, and you eat it with the bread, you scoop some beans in the bread and you eat, and it's like some people have beans in for the breakfast, but most just have beans for dinner because it's light and it has proteins that can be saved for the next day. We also have sharmula, which is mashed tomatoes that are eaten with bread, and people eat this because it's so light, and they eat this in hot days especially. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being in our course. I know they're just short 5 videos, but I hope that you learned something from these videos, and thank you very much.